Kanoa Igarashi, Deivid Silva, and Jacob Willcox will be in the first heat with 35 minutes on the clock.
Use it as what a great opportunity to build some momentum, to come out of this round and shake up the next round. So let's see what happens.
These are the waves that KP was loving when he was checking the conditions. See the line down the line. It set up pretty well, but Willcox was fairly deep on that one. The tide will be filling in throughout the afternoon. In position, Deivid Silva. Backhand float to come around the corner. Just a single maneuver section, and he's out. Kanoa with priority for the next opportunity. The two-time U.S. Open champ setting up his first turn. Clean off the top. Beautiful form. Setting up the forehand hook. Jamming the tail out on that carved to slide. Kanoa getting the best part of the opening exchange.
So nice finishing there for Jacob, and then Kanoa, this is definitely the pick of the bunch, Joe. First turn, nice and clean, and again, that wrapping maneuver. Kanoa's going to be feeling really positive about this opening wave here. He's already done a lot better than he did yesterday, so positive signs for Kanoa Igarashi. Nice wide stance, beautiful low bottom turn. Jams it on the, just kind of cruising through this wave. You could say probably 60-70% of Kanoa's ability. Making sure he finishes off the wave. Nice and clean, mistake-free surfing here from Igarashi. That's kind of what you want to do on your opening wave, just to build that confidence up. Now you can see him starting to feel that confidence and bust the tail out on that last maneuver. So
Cox tried to get the quick start, was too deep. Silva just a one maneuver opportunity. And it continues here. Backhand of Jacob Willcox from Western Australia. Stretched out foam climb to finish.
Jacob, and unfortunately goes down. Willcox, beautiful snap here, and then this one right here. That's a tricky maneuver to do.
Field pots when you can tackle a section like that.
It feels great, Joe. Let's have a look at this one.
Silva now on the wind-up. There's his rooftop float. Perfectly vertical. Passing Willcox, he'll miss the finish. You can see how he spotted Jacob Willcox going underneath the wave and delayed his bottom turn.
On the wave, it's more of a transition maneuver, but let's have a look here for Deivid Silva. Beautiful rooftop climb, comes around and nice vertical. So beautiful combination there. And then kind of had to delay his bottom turn.
Grow up here in Bali to surf at Karamas all the time since it's on the championship tour. Deivid Silva just got this wave. A nice little combination on his backhand.
Yeah, well, he didn't need much, did he? And I think you just got to get a wave and get up and get that rhythm going. And Deivid Silva kind of found a little bit of groove on this one. Super shallow right there on the inside. I mean, his fins would be inches from the reef.
Got a cool spring in his step, really fast in transition, especially when the waves are small. He finds some speed as he's up now. Slipping off the first section, he's down.
Igarashi deciding to let that one go.
Willcox will take it. Bowley section, there's the vertical. Attacking that shoulder that's bending towards him. There's the lift to hit.
Look at Jacob Willcox first, though. Late to the party on the takeoff. Nice tight snap under the pocket. A little bit off balance there, but managed to get around the section and finish off this wave nicely. So 3 solid turns there from Jacob. Let's have a look again. Sort of kind of a late drop there, maybe a little bit off balance, and then comes around the section beautifully. You can see him eyeing out that section. Now he starts to rotate that upper part of the body, snapping it really tight in the pocket.
Kanoa on the next one. Big vertical fin throw for Igarashi. Nice high line top turn wrap. Here comes Igarashi with the tail slide and the foam climb finish. Every turn explosive. And a big difference from the maneuvers he laid down on his 633 opener.
Have a lot of wall on it, so had to utilize that really intense part of the wave. Same with Kanoa Igarashi, straight through the lip on the first turn. And again, just nice, deep, low bottom turn. This is one of those waves that just kept offering that section again and again and take that one all the way through.
Willcox with the wind-up for the tail-high reverse. Couldn't bring it down on the landing. The first signature movie for a surfer.
Yeah.
Still one of my all-time favorites. Watching a big backside whip from Deivid Silva. Hacks it off the lip, cornering through. Blow tail, incomplete. Second fall for Silva in this heat.
You know, he's a nuggety guy, a real sort of powerful surfer. How was that, though? Look at the speed he got straight off that one bottom turn. Straight in that beautiful vertical maneuver, nice and low off the bottom again. jams the tail out. You can see he's on edge already coming into this last maneuver. See what happens to the tail of the board. See how the fins go out the back there, loses that back foot, and really goes into the belly boarding position. So unfortunately there for Deivid Silva, that could have been a good score for him and definitely get him back up into the top 2, that's for sure. You know, but then, you know, once you get out in the water, it's hard to sort of, you know, get yourself in that headspace.
Silva through the whitewater, punches out the tail aggressively for the reverse. Got a soft shoulder to work with, but just hugging the pocket. One little slash on the open face, and he's out of there. So Silva trying to just do a little bit more to get the score into the top 2.
Opening event, the Quicksilver Pro. Let's have a look. Look at the projection he got on that, and then blows the tail out. So 2 solid maneuvers. Bides his time through the inside, waiting for it to stand up. Does he get the little bonus section? No, he doesn't. So
you have more power, more of a wave to work with, and Kanoa with the lead and priority is going to take this gem. Beautiful off the bottom. Fin hack out the back into a solid reverse in transition. Full wrapping cutback. Igarashi is enjoying the playground at Karamas this afternoon.
Well, he's definitely forgot about yesterday, Joe, hasn't he? Just a different guy here today. Yeah, we were talking about that today in the water, weren't we? Some days you paddle out and waves just come your way time after time, you know, and then other days you paddle out and you just cannot buy one. And today's one of those days for Kanoa. He's just been on all the good waves. He's found that rhythm, found that groove. Beautiful blow tail there and finishes off nice and strong. So looking to replace the 6.33. I think he's done it.
What a beautiful start, especially that second maneuver punch.
Yeah, nice deep bottom turn, which, you know, basically is the basis of all good surfing. Once you get that bottom turn going, it really projects you up into the lip and you're able to do pretty much anything you want. Right there, straight up vertical, throws the tail out, tail high too. I mean, look how high the back of that board was up out of the water, spins it around beautifully, readjusting his feet as he comes back down, which allows him to go straight into that next maneuver. Great technique there from Kanoa Igarashi. A hard thing to do too, once you've shuffled your feet too far up the board, is to then bring them back in time for that next big maneuver. Felipe Toledo is really good at it. Kanoa Igarashi just proved right then that he's got game for it.
He's just been building on every strike, obviously with rhythm, with priority on the sets. Here comes Willcox. Snaps it right in the pocket. Quick vertical whip. Two-turn combination.
Bit of a mistake there from Jacob.
Priorities with Silva in blue from Guarujá, Sao Paulo, Brazil. The rookie on tour setting up his first section on his backhand. Clean vertical. Spray still flying out the back. Second carve. Inside bowl showing up. Third turn solid. And he's going to celebrate. Felt it was enough. Needed less than a 5 there. High 4.93 to make that switch. You like this one, Punch?
Yeah, well, you know what? He had to finish this wave off. So what do? He went back to basics. Just solid surfing there from Deivid Silva. 3 big backside turns and then decided to claim, showing the judges the passion and maybe trying to sell this to them. Beautiful bottom turn. You can see those fins starting to pop out. Now he starts to pivot the upper part of the body. Gets that board nice and vertical. Kind of a safe maneuver, really, when you think about it. But looks good if you get it right. And timing is very, very important when it comes to those kind of turns. Side maneuvers, we're going to see him move up into the top 2.
Igarashi's got the coping to play with again. Lets the fins hang out to dry in the first section. But just loving all that speed that this wave gives you at any size at Karamas. It's like a perfect wedge, and these guys know how to control that speed into major moves. Willcox setting up this bowl. Throws it off the lip, clean, sweep off the whitewater. Now driving through the pocket. Hits the lip again. Kid from Western Australia, the wild card finds a finish.
Offered him a lot more turns. Were they as dynamic as Deivid Silva? That first turn didn't quite connect. That's better. Nice and vertical. Now he starts it. You can see the energy. He knows he's got to crank it up. Another snap there. So more maneuvers on this.
5 seconds to go. Igarashi getting a ride into the beach. And last score coming in for Deivid Silva. Locks in at a 5.5. Jumps back into that second position. Willcox falling short on that last wave.